From Edmonton, CTV News at 11:30.
The company doesn't exist. Their names that they gave me are fake.
Tonight on CTV News, problematic paving. A warning from a woman who believes she was ripped off by a door-to-door sales team. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Brendan Purdy. An Edmonton woman is warning people about the risks of door-to-door sales. She believes she may have fallen victim to a fraudulent driveway paving company. CTV's Amanda Anderson reports.
This used to be a gravel pad.
Last Wednesday, Livia Lee says a man came to her door and offered to pave her driveway for $5,000, cash or e-transfer.
Told me that he was in the area paving my neighbor's driveway, and while that they have the equipment here, he could also just do my garageway for a discount.
Lee says they also offered to fix the cracked walkway in her backyard and garage floor for an extra $5,000.
He kind of pushed and pushed and pushed, and we felt pressure to say yes.
As the work progressed, Lee started to question her decision.
To be fair, it does look like that they did a good job.
The material in the garage and walkway was laid over the existing concrete. The walkway is already starting to crumble, and anything heavy in the garage is sinking into the asphalt.
They didn't put it down a base. They didn't do anything that their invoice claimed that they would do.
Her neighbor was approached by the same company, but has a different perspective on the work.
I don't have no complaints. They were very good. I don't know if it's because I was outside the whole time watching them. So I think that's why mine is a little bit better than hers.
The subpar work isn't the only reason Lee believes the company duped her. Despite giving her a business card and having a website, she says she later couldn't find any evidence the company is registered or licensed.
I'm sad that I paid them the $5,000, but I'm glad that I realized it before I gave them the other $5,000.
Since April, RCMP have put out warnings about potential driveway paving scams happening in communities across the province.
You're always better off taking the extra time, making a few phone calls, getting a company that you know has good reviews, good backing, than someone who knocks at your door and will name drop a neighbor, for example, or something like that, in order to get their foot in the door and to get you to do the work.
I'll do my due diligence from now on. Just don't buy anything from the door.
Lee plans to rip up most of the work, what she now calls an expensive mistake. Amanda Anderson, CTV News, Edmonton.
An Edmonton man is facing more than a dozen child sexual exploitation charges. 32-year-old Cordell Campbell has been charged with 15 offenses, including luring a child and making child pornography. The charges follow tips from both the FBI and Europol. Police allege Campbell sent sexually explicit photos and videos to an 11-year-old girl in the U.S. that he met over social media in June of last year. They also allege that Campbell sent photos and videos to someone he believed was a 13-year-old girl in May of 2023.
This happened over a variety of different applications online, and really when it comes down to it, we say it all the time in the office, it's not about which application. There is no such thing as a bad application, it's just the bad behavior that occurs on any given app.
Campbell is expected in court next week. Edmonton police are searching for 5 people that they'd like to speak with. It's about a fire that destroyed a playground almost 1 month ago. Emergency crews responded to a fire at a playground near St. Pius Elementary School in the central northwest part of the city in mid-July. Police say it was arson. The playground has been closed ever since. They now want to identify 2 men and 3 women who were seen on surveillance video in the area. Edmonton police are calling them persons of interest in the investigation. The Ukrainian Cultural Heritage Village will not open at all this summer. In April, a fire destroyed the visitor center buildings and irreplaceable artifacts. The province says it's still working to clean up and reestablish services to the site. For proper restoration, it says the site will stay closed while upcoming summer events have been canceled. The site's director says they're committed to reopening as soon as possible.
For us to be able to rebuild the visitor center, we need to first clean, and that is ongoing. And once we finish that, then we can continue to be able to rebuild and then be able to reopen our doors to the public.
The province also provided more details on what was lost. The destroyed buildings contained a gift shop, exhibition galleries, offices, a conservation lab, collections, curatorial storage, and public washrooms. Some furnishings for the historical buildings were also stored there, as well as original research files associated with the historic buildings. It did say some of those files were digitized in recent years. It added some photos, and all tapes containing original interviews of building informants are at the provincial archives. Changes to Edmonton's animal bylaw could be on the horizon for the first time in more than 20 years. Highlights of a report to the Community and Public Services Committee include a tiered attack scale for dog bites, where fines escalate under the Dunbar dog bite scale, while previously convicted vicious dogs will require warning signs on their property as well as behavioral training. One councillor says an updated bylaw is overdue.
I'm also reflecting on the bylaw being more than 20 years old and in need of some modernization that not only helps reflect today's changing conditions, but shifts in pet ownership as well.
Household limits on animals would remain at 3 dogs and 6 cats per household, with a new limit set at 4 rabbits per house. The full council still needs to give its approval before the new bylaw kicks in. While some kids in Edmonton are soaking in these last few weeks of summer vacation, more than 1,000 others are already back in the classroom. CTV's Evan Kenny has more on year-round school and why some families prefer it.
Class is back in session for 1,300 Edmonton Catholic school students. How are you feeling for first day of school?
Good. A little shaky, like it's nervous, but good. New school is good. It will help you make new friends.
While most are excited to be back with friends, some aren't ready for the summer to be over.
It's so short, all the schools are reopening during September, but we are opening just August, and it's early August too.
Students at St. Alphonsus Elementary Junior High, St. Catherine Elementary Junior High, and St. Teresa of Calcutta Elementary School start 3 weeks earlier than others in Edmonton. They receive the same number of instructional hours because of extra time off in the fall and at spring break.
I think it's nice. They get slightly longer breaks during the year and they're learning more of the time.
Those longer breaks throughout the year just give everyone a chance to reset and come back focused.
Which helps parents too.
So we are working. So 2 months is long too. For the kids to stay at home. So for me it's better to go early.
The principal suggests anyone interested in year-round school,
give it a try. It works for so many different families in different ways, and it's good that we have this option.
The rest of the students in Edmonton Catholic and public schools return to class September 2nd after the long weekend. Evan Kenny, CTV News, Edmonton.
A campaign to keep Alberta in Canada held a blitz in several communities across the province. The Forever Canadian group was in North Edmonton collecting petition signatures earlier today. The group has 3 months to collect 300,000 signatures of people who are against the separation of Alberta from Canada. Its goal is to have an anti-separation government policy proposal or referendum. Organizer Thomas Lukasik says support is strong.
Well, we just announced this location yesterday afternoon, on Sunday afternoon, and when we showed up here at 11 o'clock in the morning, there was a lineup of at least 50 people already waiting to sign, and now I'm not sure how many hundreds of people, but this lineup just keeps carrying on, and people are just happy to be able to sign this petition.
Because we need the numbers to
get across the line so that we stay in Canada.
The Alberta Prosperity Project has applied for a referendum on Alberta separation. The province's chief electoral officer sent that petition to the court to determine if the question is constitutional. Premier Danielle Smith is promoting Alberta energy in Mexico City.
We're finding ways to trade more with each other and find new markets. And the best place to start is with a market that we already have 2 trade agreements with.
Smith is meeting with government officials as well as private sector and industry leaders to encourage new investment and trade. The Premier is also looking to strengthen ties in agriculture and technology. Mexico is the province's fourth largest trading partner and is one of Alberta's fastest growing export markets. In 2024, bilateral trade between Alberta and Mexico totaled nearly $3 billion. This is the first official visit to Mexico by a Premier of Alberta since 2019. Albertans can now pre-order flu and COVID vaccines. The province says it's still deciding how much it'll cost to receive a COVID shot. Adding the new system will help cut down on waste, while health experts say it could create a medical backlog in hospitals. CTV's Tyson Fedor reports.
Ryan Penyuk suffers with long COVID, and he says a COVID vaccine is now part of his life every year.
I just felt so sore. My muscles were all sore. I'd have to sit down.
On Monday, the province opened pre-order bookings for influenza and COVID-19 immunizations. Although free for those in senior care facilities and those with underlying health conditions, the remainder of Albertans will have to pay for a COVID shot.
Those who want it as sort of an extra measure of protection, they'll be able to pay the cost associated with that.
That price tag has not been finalized, but the province has previously used U.S. figures to estimate its loss at $110 per shot.
There was a lot of wastage, quite frankly. 54% of the product was going to waste, and that cost, we did a calculation, over $200 million over the last 3 years. We can't afford to be over-ordering on product that people aren't consuming.
I think, unfortunately, this is going to create a barrier where some people may not be able to get the vaccine if they want to.
More than 700,000 doses were administered last year. The province ordered less than 500,000 this year.
The only province or territory that's asking its citizens to pay for a vaccine which is safe and effective.
Alberta's former top doctor says the new rollout is creating barriers for those seeking an added layer of protection.
It's an incredibly bad policy. The province has made the vaccine less accessible. They've cut out 90% of the venues that it could be available at, which were the pharmacies.
As for Alberta's Federation of Labour, it advocates for public health care. Gil McGowan says healthcare and education workers are having to fork over money to pay for a shot when they are at risk every day.
Nowhere on the list are people who have increased likelihood of exposure due to their work. This is a recipe for a medical disaster.
Tyson Fedor, CTV News, Calgary.
Edmonton's food bank has been slammed this summer as the number of people in need continues to grow. CTV's Merrick Cash reports.
Hampers are flying off the shelves at Edmonton's food bank.
We've been struggling to put food on our shelves and keeping those hampers going out the doors because basically the food is coming in and going out very quickly.
Since 2022, the food bank has seen a 42% increase in the amount of people using its hamper program. Right now, more than 47,000 people rely on the food bank each month.
Behind all these numbers are real people struggling each day and making critical decisions about whether they buy their child new running shoes or whether they put food on their tables.
Multiple factors weigh into why the food bank has been busier than ever.
We're seeing increased costs of housing and inflation happening, as well as more people coming to Alberta looking for work. And so it's been a real struggle for the people we're serving.
E4C helps feed thousands of kids every day through a school nutrition program. Much like the food bank, E4C is struggling to keep up with the demand.
We've seen a lot more students hungry and looking for meals in the morning, so we've had numbers increase a little bit.
During the summer, the organization donates snacks for summer camps.
As the cost of living has increased, we've seen more demand for the program and for school food in general.
Back at the food bank, it's more than just families in need. Community groups are also looking for support. More soup kitchens, shelters, and schools are asking the food bank for help.
Every point of contact for us is working at full capacity, and we keep trying to up that capacity because the numbers keep increasing for us.
A theme expected to continue for the foreseeable future. Merrick DeCash, CTV News, Edmonton.
Just ahead, a failure to launch. Flight attendants protest for better wages in some of the country's largest markets. Plus, wish upon a shooting star. Meteor showers take center stage over Alberta skies.
That means that if you go outside, you can look up and you can see these little streaks of light crossing the sky.
Good evening, folks. Beautiful day today. Temperatures into the mid-20s. We hit 25 degrees here in Edmonton. Should get a degree or two warmer tomorrow, but we do have some scattered showers in the forecast and then some steadier rain for Wednesday. We'll get into all that in just a few minutes.
Welcome back. With just days to go before a possible strike, Air Canada flight attendants mobilized across Canada for protests outside the country's largest airports. CTV's Sean Lathong reports.
Air Canada flight attendants from Calgary walked out at the same time as their counterparts in Vancouver, Montreal, and Toronto.
An entry-level flight attendant at Air Canada makes $1,952 a month.
These level of wages are absolutely unacceptable, especially coming out of a 10-year contract, and especially considering how much Air Canada has profited.
Along with higher wages, they want to be paid for all of their work. Right now, they're only compensated for the time the plane is in the air, and often do hours of unpaid work each day.
You can be on duty for 12 to 13 hours, and your credit would be just under 7 hours.
One expert says the pay is supposed to offset those unrecognized hours, but the contract signed 11 years ago lags far behind inflation.
The cost of living, we all know, has gone off the deep end, and that's why I'm basically saying 30 to 35%. And wage increases is not unheard of for this group.
The old ways are also changing, with Delta Airlines in the United States the first to start paying wages pre- and post-flight.
Flight attendants now have a precedent that's been set.
Contract talks with the airline started at the beginning of the year, and workers have now voted almost unanimously to strike if there isn't a deal soon. An Air Canada statement says it is determined to reach a fair and equitable collective agreement that recognizes the contributions of its flight attendants and supports the competitiveness and long-term growth of the company. While bargaining talks continue, travelers are taking it in stride.
Nobody likes to be held up, especially in the airport, but if it's their right to do so, then it's okay for them to do it.
They've probably got just cause. I'm sure it's working conditions. I'm sure it's too many hours, not enough pay.
Elk Island National Park is providing some tips to take in the summer's most visible meteor shower. As CTV's Miriam Valdez-Carletti reports, that may include avoiding the park altogether.
Starting tonight, the sky in parts of Alberta will be lit up by the Perseid meteor shower.
That means that if you go outside, you can look up and you can see these little streaks of light crossing the sky.
TELUS World of Science planetarium manager Frank Florian says it's the best summer meteor shower anyone can experience. He says this year, bright moonlight could impact visibility.
The exact number of meteors will probably be less than what people are telling you of looking up and seeing up to 90 to 100 meteors per hour. It'll probably be less than that.
Florian says for the best chance at seeing some meteors, you should aim to be out at 2 or 3 in the morning and travel away from bright city lights.
A lot of people I know, including myself, usually like to try driving away from these urban locations with a lot of light pollution, try to find a nice dark location somewhere.
That leads hundreds of people to flock to Elk Island National Park.
It's very, peaceful and tranquil. It's just a great, beautiful spot to watch the night sky.
Elk Island is preparing for an influx of visitors due to the meteor shower. Last year's Perseid meteor shower brought 800 vehicles into the park, meaning some people were turned away.
One thing we want to remind visitors is just given our capacity and some of the safety risks, free admission here at Elk Island National Park doesn't always mean free entry.
The overcrowding at the park has caused safety issues and animal fatalities.
Excessive noise, illegal parking, and just blocking emergency access.
The park's busiest day on record was last year's Aurora Borealis, which saw 2,500 vehicles come in one night. Park officials say far fewer people will be allowed in this week. It's advising people to have a backup plan to watch the Perseid meteor shower.
There's beautiful places around in Strathcona County, Lamont County, Beaver County, Métis Crossing.
Plenty of options for Edmontonians to catch some of the out-of-this-world views. Miriam Valdez-Carletti, CTV News, Edmonton.
The Frisbees are flying in South Edmonton as more than 1,500 athletes are competing for the Ultimate Frisbee National Championship. Men and women in both senior and junior age groups are competing all week at Iverdent Sports Park. Edmonton last hosted the event in 2019. Coming up, every Hawk has its day. The Edmonton Riverhawks are slated to play for the franchise's first ever North Division title.
The playoff format's crazy, so it's kind of whatever arms that we have available to throw for us on Tuesday are going to be ready to go, and it's a one-game do or die, so you play this many games to get there, and we're excited to get the opportunity for sure.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Welcome back. Couple degrees above average for both the high and the low today. Pretty similar to the daytime highs we had through the course of the weekend, and we'll be in the same ballpark tomorrow, about 26, maybe 27 for a daytime high. You get this little ridge sitting over portions of Alberta and then really focused on BC where you've got all kinds of heat. But this is the system that we're watching for the next couple of days, an upper level low that'll turn into a big, broad upper trough. And what that means is cooler air in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere. It's also going to spark some showers, thunderstorms, and some periods of rain as that cooler air starts to roll in. You've got rain overnight tonight in the northwest. By tomorrow morning, that'll move into northeastern Alberta. And there is a chance early morning you might see a few scattered showers around the Edmonton area. Otherwise, just mostly cloudy to start. Then the sun comes back out for midday and the afternoon hours. I do think there's a pretty good chance, though, tomorrow night, this is about 10, 11 p.m., for some showers and thunderstorms to push through the Edmonton, Red Deer regions and areas just off to the north of Edmonton. So we'll watch for some thunderstorms to cap the day tomorrow. And then there's two waves, one here, maybe a bit of a break, and then another wave of some steadier rain for the afternoon hours on Wednesday. I'm not convinced it rains nonstop all day Wednesday, but for most, if not all of the day, there will be rain at least in the area. And then we'll have to watch Wednesday evening for areas around Red Deer off to the southeast and east for some potentially severe thunderstorms. So we'll have lots to focus on over the course of the next couple of days. 12 degrees in Fort McMurray tomorrow morning. Should be about 17 in Grand Prairie, 15 in Edmonton, and 12 degrees tomorrow morning in Red Deer. Daytime highs tomorrow get into the mid to upper 20s across the northwest, but a lot cooler in Fort McMurray where you've got that steadier rain. 17 for a high there. About 27 in Jasper and Red Deer. Here in Edmonton, 26 or 27 as well. Back into the mid to upper teens, though, for daytime highs Wednesday, Thursday, with that steadier rain in the forecast for Wednesday. By the coming weekend, should see daytime highs back into the low to mid 20s. So one more warm one tomorrow, and then things cool off for a couple days. That is your forecast.
Thanks, Josh. For the first time in franchise history, the Edmonton Riverhawks are headed to the North Division Championship. A down-to-the-wire game yesterday, the Riverhawks punched their ticket to round 2 of the postseason. The team says they're proud of the accomplishment and are ready as they can be for the next round, which goes tomorrow against the Bellingham Bells at 7. Now there's a buzz around the sport of tennis after 18-year-old Victoria Mboko dominated the National Bank Open, becoming the 3rd Canadian to win the tournament. CTV's Merrick DeCash looks at how her win is impacting young players right here in Edmonton.
A big moment for Canadian tennis.
We love cheering for our own. We're Canadian proud.
Vicky Mboko denied the odds to win this year's Canadian Open. Just last year, she was ranked 351st and had to battle her way into the tournament. The 18-year-old from Burlington, Ontario, captivating Canada's tennis community.
We get another young star to look forward to watching, and it's just such a great impression for, young tennis players who are wanting to come up. They have a player to watch and kind of idolize.
Nolan Sachs plays tennis for the University of Alberta Golden Bears. He watched Mboko's victory from start to finish.
I remember being a kid and I was watching Milos Raonic and those other Canadians, and watching them play was so inspirational. It made me want to work harder. And it felt great to feel like you're a part of something, right?
Sachs is in the middle of instructing a summer camp put on by the Edmonton Junior Tennis Society, where some younger players are also celebrating Mboko's big win.
I heard everybody subestimating her, that she got it.
Excited.
Well, my favorite player didn't win, but I'm still happy about the player that won.
Organizers say kids as young as 4 years old are starting to explore the sport at summer camps. They think Mboko's victory will help serve up excitement at all ages.
It definitely inspires them to keep going, to kind of strive for that, to maybe be a high-performance player, and just to keep going in the sport.
Mboko is now the top Canadian in the world tennis rankings at number 24. Merrick Takash, CTV News, Edmonton.
Well, folks, that's all from us tonight. For all the latest news updates, check out our website at ctvnews.ca/Edmonton. Have yourself a great Monday evening. Take care, and goodbye for now.